it's Tuesday, February, oh Lord, sorry, I know I look busted. February 26th. So first package came for Jack's room. I'm gonna show you guys what it is. Let me find some scissors. Okay, so this is the ottoman. It came in today and it's a faux black leather ottoman and has storage inside. And we just ordered this off of walmart.com. So let me try to open it. Okay, so I already like the fact that it's super easy to set up. And I like it too because it collapses. And this way, if you don't want to use it, you can just store it somewhere. But it pops open here. Hold on. So get the sides here. And then it has the little insert that goes on the bottom. I do think it's important when you have a small space to find things that are multi-purpose. So this is great because he can store all of the blankets inside of it. It's also extra seating. And we're going to use it as a coffee table / footstool when the futon gets here. Okay, here's the current state of Jack's room, which I know looks a little cray-cray, but this is the remainder of when they broke the window. So jacked up the walls, we've got to fix that. He did have a headboard, which I'll show you guys is in the other room, but we're gonna sell this piece of furniture and this one. This actually used to be our furniture, so it's very heavy and it was very expensive, but it just doesn't flow and it takes up a lot of space. So I'm gonna sell both of those pieces. And then here's the TV that used to be in our room is now in here. So I'm gonna change this out to probably like, I'm gonna look for like a gray dresser to go here. And then here he has an oversized mirror that's in the other room, which I will show you guys. But everything's gonna change. This will all just be tucked into his little ottoman that we're gonna get for him. And I'm gonna change out the curtains because even though these work great, they're blackout, it's very dark. So I'm gonna keep the clocks, but I'm gonna move those somewhere else. So there's that. And then this is his headboard, which I'm gonna sell. I've got that posted, so I'm waiting on someone to hopefully scoop that up soon. So he did have a really nice headboard, which I like it, but again, we're getting rid of the whole bed thing, so that's gotta go. Here's some pieces that I picked up so far to decorate his room. And then there's his old TV that we still have to mount in here. And then this is the mirror that goes in his room as well. So he basically is kind of taking out the big pieces, and eventually we'll just have the room empty. This way we can finish. So, and we're gonna do the faux brick wall on this whole wall here. Got high ceilings in here too. So he's gonna do the whole faux brick wall here. And then we have 2 wall sconces that are gonna go on either side. And then my plan is this photo that I got here from Hobby Lobby is gonna go in the center of those 2 sconces. And I really like this one because Jax is very fortunate that he's already been traveling and out of the country with me. And I just want to encourage him to continue to explore the world as he gets older. So I'm hoping that starting him young, that's something that he's going to continue to want to do as he gets older and becomes an adult. And I thought too, if I can find like tiny little pins, I can start putting like the countries that he's been to. And then this way he can continue to, but I don't know, I'll have to see about that because I don't want to mess up the photo, but I just thought it would be cool to kind of see where he's been. So we'll see. But just to give y'all my thought process, and something I wanted you guys to also just realize that everybody, no matter what your original plan is, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, which, I mean, it happens. It's fine. It happens to us. We had a different idea. We were going to do like a whole daybed type thing, and the space just doesn't allow it. So that got scratched. And then we were going to do the Murphy bed, but I worried with the teenagers and the fact that they've already broken our window that they might break that too, and I would be very upset. So that got scratched. So I feel like this is the best idea that we could do for the space that we're given, where it can still be functional for him and he can enjoy the space. I'm kind of treating it like a New York type space where everything needs to double function because it's small. So like the futon is a couch, but then when it goes to bed, it converts. So it's a couch and a bed. The ottoman doubles for storage. It's also a coffee table, and it could be extra seating. So I'm trying to add things in there that can be multi-purpose, and then this way everything gets utilized in the space. That's my plan. So we'll see how it goes once we get started. So there's the rug. Of course you can't really see it, but just to give you an idea, that's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, so I'm hoping, it says it's got that memory foam, so I'm hoping that makes it a little more comfortable. We shall see, but everything is here. Making progress. Basically, he's gonna have 2 rooms because we only got 1 kid, The guest room very rarely gets used. Now I'm still gonna have it set as a guest room just so that when we do have guests, it looks nice. But basically he can sleep in here and then he can have his like hangout space in here. So he'll just have both rooms. But if we do have company or anything, then he'll obviously sleep in his room, and that opens up to a futon, so that'll work. You guys, look at Jax.
My bed got stolen.
You got Jax. Your room looks so sad.
I have my comforter.
I like how you created a little palette.
Yeah, it's my comforter.
Wait, are you laying on pillows? We're gonna start working on it today. He doesn't sleep here, y'all. He sleeps in the guest room. Look, it's a mess. But he insists on staying in here on the floor because his Xbox is in here.
It's not, honestly, it's not that bad.
It's not, so we should just leave your room like this?
Yeah, but like...
That tile floor is hard.
My bed's pretty hard.
No, it's not. It's pillow top.
I think I broke the pillow top.
Well, that's all you chunkiness. All you want in tortillas.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that. Like, my rolls are beautiful.
Your rolls are beautiful. Alright, so we're with limited space here, so I'm thinking, can one go here in the corner? Like right here? Because I can't go too far over because the closet. How high does this couch thingy come? Do you know? I think right there. I think that's good because then his picture's gonna go in between it. Yeah, I think so, babe.
You sure?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, because it's supposed to take the place of like his table lamps.
Okay, I'm gonna do the attempt of hook up, basically run the wires through the wall without making a big mess, and
Good boy.
and I'm actually going to hook it up to that light.
Oh, okay, but he doesn't use this light.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We can take this out, and or you know how you can push it so the lights won't come on even though the power's on, but the other lights will.
Okay, because he doesn't like those. He says they're too bright and it makes it hot in here.
Okay, well there you go.
So only I use it. He saw the neighbors
Well,
outside.
That's what I'm saying. You still need to use them, right?
I use them when I come in here, but I want those for him to use.
Well, I'm gonna put the strings so you can actually reach up there and turn them on and off whenever you want to.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, these are the light fixtures we're gonna be using in case you guys are interested, and they're from Home Depot. These were like $50 each, I think. No, I'm lying. 30. Were these $30? 35? Something like that. I just like the industrial bits that they give.
This one here, because I couldn't get that far. This one I can actually see, so I'm gonna be able to run the wire down to here and try not to make those two holes. That one I had to because there's a stud here, so I had to drill a hole through there to run the wire that way.
Okay, maybe it's a dumb question, but I don't know how this stuff works. So, does that mean these plugs don't work anymore?
No, they work. They're always gonna work.
So then where is that cord from?
That goes up, which is gonna connect to this one, which is gonna connect to the light. We have nothing to do with those plugs. Like, that's all I'm doing. I'm teeing
So
myself.
these are like extra wires in the wall, or?
Yeah, I'm adding power to the lights. I mean, those things are
Or
not.
you put that wire?
I put that wire in there.
Oh, that's where I was confused. I thought you took one out of the wall. I'm like,
No,
where the hell is this wire
That's what I
go?
told you. I'm running wire for the light.
Okay,
I just-
my bad. I thought you took that out of the wall, so I was like, where the hell did that come from? Okay. Hey, I said I don't know how this works. That's why I need you to explain.
I said I'm running wires for the light, Jen.
I don't appreciate your tude.
What the hell do you understand about that? I'm literally running wires so.
I thought somehow you got it out the wall and you just,
No.
I don't know.
Okay. So you want the other one over here, right?
He told you to listen for something? What are you doing? He's gonna poke you in the eye.
Yeah! It's going down! Yeah?
We're real technical here. We're so technical.
What?
Say right in the What?
Oh, looky there.
What? I found it.
Pull up. Alright.
Could have died. I could have got a little nail off it.
I know I explained in an early portion of this, but we are using the panels. They're just wall panels that you can pick up at Home Depot. Lowe's sells them as well. And these were, what, $32 a sheet? Yeah, so $32 a sheet. They have different ones. We also did the same thing in the laundry room. The panels that we put up on there that looks like faux, I guess, wood, that's from there too. So the plan with this is to put up the 3 panels. We'll trim it out and everything else to look nice, and then go over it with, is it plaster?
Plastic.
Yeah, I think it's plaster. Basically, they call it like the German.
Sorry.
The German.
Oh, let me stop working.
Oh, someone's in their feelings today.
You know what?
It's like the German schmear look, which if you ever watch Fixer Upper, they did it on a couple of houses. But basically, you go over the brick to where it only exposes just a little bit. So you get most of it white, and then you just kind of expose just tiny little pieces of the brick, which I think will look cool. And of course, we're not gonna put real brick on the wall because that's crazy. So the panels still can give you the same look for a lot less and a lot less work.
Damn, dying.
Pobrecito. It's coming along. I don't know why you're on the floor. You look crazy. There's a bed right here. Okay, another great thing about these wall panels is that they actually have like the depth, like dimension, like it really, and you can feel, like it feels like brick once you put all the stuff on it. And of course, if we ever change our mind and don't want to have this anymore, it can easily just be removed from the wall and have just a few little holes to touch up. That's it. Okay, so we're gonna get started, and here's what we're using. So he got 2 cans, and he said they were 22 and change, so we'll just say $23, and then you're gonna need the spatula to put it on.
It's very easy to get off because all you need is water. It's nothing that hardens very easily. So what I did was I basically plastered the whole thing, and then I'm gonna go back with water and what you can use to put to install grout in your tile, which is a little sponge in the bottom, just to straighten everything out. So you'll have, you see, even though it's semi-dry, as long as you spray water in it.
So you're basically just making it smooth.
Yeah. Okay, so it's definitely trial and error.
I wanted a little more to show, so that's what he's doing now. Kind of taking some off, putting some back. It all just depends on your liking and how you're wanting it. Because for me, I still want some of it to show, but not too much. Okay, so what he's doing right now is basically getting a wet rag and just wiping over to kind of break up some of it, and then just going it over. Well, what's that thing called?
What?
What you're using?
This is what you buy to put the grout in your tile.
What does it have a name?
It's a grout, grout spatula, I guess.
Basically what I want is for like each brick to, like when they're perfectly covered, like here, I don't like it. So it's supposed to be like imperfect. Where you just see like a little bit of the brick exposed. Now, of course, if you want it completely white, you could do that too. Alright, so we're gonna let it dry, and then he'll be able to put in the sconces that he wired for. We can start moving in furniture. Let me see if I can back up so you can actually like see it. It looks really cool in person. I'm starting to brainstorm to get everything together. So here's like, I just wanted lots of different prints. Of course, they need to be masculine. So just picked up this pillowcase from Hobby Lobby. So that's a throw pillow. This blanket he already had. This was from At Home Stores. And then the new curtains, I'm putting those on here. And then these clocks he already had as well, but I finally put he's had them forever and they never had batteries. So I went ahead and put batteries in them and put the different time zones on the clocks. So they're actually useful as well. And we're gonna get started. And I'm thinking this will probably go above the closet doors. There's his faux ottoman, which I think I'm gonna use this tray there. I'm not sure yet.
I thought everything was free.
So now we're patching in holes that Jax and his kind friends have left in our walls. So kind.
I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah. So we're patching up holes, doing touch-up paint, and then we can start putting stuff where it goes. So these are the wires that he put himself, right? You brought it down from the attic?
Yep.
And connected yourself to the electricity in the attic, and then brought the...
No,
No?
it's not connected yet.
Oh.
So basically what I'm doing is I'm teeing myself up to the light. So I found where the light, because basically what it does is the power comes to the switch goes to the light.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you can actually turn this off and have the fan still on, because there's two wire, there's one hot wire coming in and there's connected two switches.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta figure out which switch is the light switch, and all I gotta do is tee myself off. So anytime you turn on the lights, those will turn on. Because it's too much work and too much patch up to just add another plug just for those lights. So if you don't use these, you know, if you use them here and there, you might as well.
I use them when I clean in here,
Okay,
but
well,
he doesn't use them because he complains that they're too bright and they make it
well,
hot
then
in
we
here.
need to add that little clip thing so you can turn
Yeah.
them off and on. So right now, like I said, nothing's connected. I'm just making sure that everything's connected on here, because once I'm upstairs, I gotta play with the wires to see which one is connected to the light. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Ignore the light bulbs. I'm missing an LED, so I gotta go buy another one. But Manny just finished in the attic right now wiring everything so that when I flip on the lights for the ceiling fan, all of the lights turn on. So see, they can go off and on together. And then the ceiling fan.
too.
I think a little bit, like almost to the corner of the there you go. And then a little up. Up. Yeah. Cute. Okay, so I did the big one, Texas time. Then this one's California time and New York. Okay, so we're putting his futon together, and I appreciate the fact that they put these little pads on the bottom for the feet. So it doesn't scratch up your floors.